All right.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are on season 9 of no, season 3, episode 9
So
of
close.
Eoqialyn. So close to not screwing it up. Um, and as usual, we're just going to start with a quick recap of last time. So, what happened last time?
Last session was starting off with the first time the party together, well, all but Stone, had decided to venture through Karshtop in the open, more openly.
Hmm.
And we left our little hidey hole and came to the realization that Stone had left in the middle of the night and was an unconscious lump in front of the shrine of Gansi
No, Ernon.
Ernan, inside of in front of the shrine of Ernan, and completely unawakeable. Not responsive to any stimuli, perhaps dead. And we decided that recovering him in a blanket wasn't going to be the most pragmatic solution to hiding the giant four-armed monster.
Mhm.
Um,
I also imagine that like the blanket that was pulled out was like a patchwork
yeah,
quilt. Like there's like a big stripe pattern on it, like some
sure.
polka dots.
It
Yeah.
covered like just like the top. Yeah, yeah, it was. It was like super. Yeah. Anyway, no blanket was cast over Stone that day. He made his bed and he is lying in it. Um, and then we like started going out into town. We went out to the we had to walk past the Black Bazaar, which had an interesting conversation between Dorian and Anastas. Dorian witnessing these like mindless creatures exchanging garbage for garbage. And Anastas explaining that human markets aren't much different in their perspective. It's a lot of mindless creatures exchanging garbage for garbage. Um, and he had a little bit of a moment. Then we went directly towards the site of the crash,
Yep.
the crashed lift. And we found our lift keeper's quarters with nary a lift keeper and a crashed wreckage, a corpse, and a still semi-functioning cart that looked like it like in my head it kind of climbs up the lift like a sloth and like
Hmm. Yeah.
um another moment with uh Anastas and Dorian about like, oh, this is just a single purpose being, and I'm like, door guards are single purpose beings. Um but we explored or I should say uh Alexander just could not help himself and absolutely must to plunder and pillage when possible. They went into the storage unit looking for things to like activate, or not the storage, the lift keeper's quarters to kind of look for things that would help. We were trying to figure out how we could get these things started. We were trying to figure out with like whether or not the skulls on the wall could see or hear us. Dorian did some kind of symposium for some turned skulls on the wall as to distract them.
Yep.
Alexander did some robberies, and Anastas, while carrying a corpse, did a classic Anastas, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna tell you the truth, to the guards of order, and who like saw the commotion, wanted to take the body themselves, and Anastas told them like pretty much get fucked, like I'm gonna do this. Um, got out of there. We
What
got
did
a
we find
skull
out
of a.
about the lift keeper?
Well, we found out later that the lift keeper did have some. Oh, we found out that he had some clothings with a peculiar
Yes.
marking on them, and that marking is that, as we found out towards the end, of a Najit supremacy group. But at the time, Anastas was unsure of what that symbol meant, but they were pretty sure it meant something. It was one of those like, I've seen that before. I don't know if you should be wearing that. Because they took the clothing, Alexander and Dorian took the clothing as to better blend into the locale as we attached poor Smollett's skull to the lift and walked the lift through town all the way up to the higher city.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm kind of taking over this recap, but I
No,
think I
continue. We're good.
got it. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I think so.
We then went to the high city. We went. We made a stop into treacherous waters, trying to stop at Diocese Order, one of the as per the last conversation with the pontiff, orders kind of like a perhaps a little bit dissident of the situation that's happening in Karshtop. And after making our way in and some curious grilling from the high constable, I don't have it.
Gonna be honest, I don't have it.
I think it started with an O.
Alexi Pierce.
Alexi Pierce. I was wrong.
Constable Pierce.
High Constable Alexi Pierce wanted to take you guys from me. And I was like, you're not going to do that. And then he's like, I think we need to have a talk in private. We went to have a talk in private, and it was decided that at least the High Constable, and to our knowledge, Marana, is definitely in the camp of like, what's happening here is unacceptable. We are not behind this. We're not into it. We don't want this to happen. So eventually there will be a conversation between the party and Diocese Order. But that was a very auspicious happening brought to you by the Fate Dice. And we moved on from there to the halls of the Pravoslavi, where we met with the triumvirate, the mother of mothers, the first Pravoslav, in the kiln of 10,000 faces, and had a very interesting conversation with them. Kind of talked about our plans, what Anastas wants to do with them, where we want the orthodoxy to go. Found out that they were like the pontiff's right hand for a long time until the pontiff was like, actually, you guys are gonna kind of get in my way. So he was like, they were like their Jiminy Cricket, right?
Yeah. And they started saying things like, yeah, no, you can't be doing the things that you are doing. This is not right.
Yeah.
And at that
point, the
point,
pontiff was like, but I indeed do want to.
Yes, I indeed do want to. And I appreciate that you can speak truth to power. You're just going to do so in a way that is not going to change anything. And
because he was kind of like, you guys are really good at influencing me, but right now I don't want to be influenced.
Yeah.
So we sequester you into this reliquary to live forever. And we were told of an ally that we may find if we were to get past the door that demands a sacrifice. It demanded blood. Alexander valiantly provided that blood. The door opened. We found ourselves afore the shrine to the executioner, whatever be his name.
Enot,
the Queenot.
Yeah.
The executioner with a Q, correct?
Yes.
Queenot? Yes.
Yep.
And afore that was a famous and ancient Najit, the master assassin, Nadim the rat catcher Nadim, or in the modern era, just Nadim, who turned out to be we are on the same path with different ideals. It was a challenging conversation for Anastas. We had Alexander fangirling just because they found out that, this is an incredible assassin. Dorian was able to name him as the killer of the Andaran emperor or spiritual leader. Um, and also, I don't know if we found out that he was the leader of them, but he's definitely a member of the Dead Hand,
Yeah.
which is the Najit supremacy group. The character was very much interested in the undead form, very much favored the undead form, thought the ideas of the pontiff to try to return to the flesh were ridiculous. And from there said, hey, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. Let's do an exchange of surfaces as good faith, but we have to do ours first. And the one that we need to do is we need to go kidnap the Evangelist so that Nadim can put an end to his treachery. And Anastas was like, that's a very good trade for getting our compatriots, the test victims, out of the city.
Out of Dodge.
Yeah, and like not just out of Dodge. Like we want them. Like it'd be one thing to get them over the wall. It's another thing to get them to safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get them back to the town so that they can tell the other townsfolk to stop following Najit here. Preferably.
Or they from
Yes.
a town where that was happening.
Yes.
Okay.
They were
Well,
like
Karshtop Township outside, where all of the all of those supplicants that want to come in,
yeah.
At least some of them are being dark crystalled. So
okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Promise that they'll heal them and stuff like that, and then exsanguinating them for their weird parties.
From there, I perhaps split from the party because I am going to go get reforged.
I don't know how we did that.
I don't recall. That is what Anastas has to do.
Yes, and that's where we were going to start this session.
Yeah, at the very least, Dorian and Alexander, perhaps with Anastas in tow, come back to the hidey hole to find Ernon's graveyard, or I forgot what the name.
The Cursed Hadron Graves.
The Cursed Hadron Graves. To be swarming with the Najit search party.
Yeah.
And that was last episode.
Yes. Now I have just heard from Don. Everything is okay.
Okay.
He is just some hard times, and then there was some emotions that came up, and after that he was like, I cannot do D&D tonight. So he is going to take a mental health day. And so we'll have the recording, so he'll be able to watch this. But I just wanted to let everyone know he is completely fine. It's just not in the headspace for this right now, which is
Got it.
cool.
That's good.
So everyone tell Don that everything's going to be okay and that we are here for him whenever he has the space for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 like equals 1 love on our video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe for Don.
All right. So, we are going to begin with the reforging of Anastas. Talon, did you have something you wanted to narrate there?
Yeah. Just to kind of, I didn't make sense to write anything out like narratively.
Sure.
But so Anastas departs from the party, walking back to the hall of the Pravoslavi where one would go for such of a thing, and is reflecting on what they're about to do and the message they want to send to the pontiff in this new visage. Thinking about, everything that we've done so far, the places where they came from, and how they've gotten here, and what this means for the future of not only Anastas but the future of humanity. And makes their way into the hall and finds themselves without even quite realizing it, exactly where they need to be and who they need to see. And they find a masterworker who outfits arms and armor and filigree and gold and gilding for all of the Pravoslavi, and they sit down and have a conversation about an honest conversation about what's going on and what they want and what they're going to do. And Anastas is then put into a meditative state. And the reforging process is always kind of traumatic. It requires a great showing of will to maintain spirit while you're being burned and coated in steel and ceramic and engraved and splintered. And this specific procedure was vastly traumatic. The smith, the masterworker, uh, who is kind of just a rib cage and a skull in a chair, has assistants that attach tool-like arms that he needs to work the bones. And it first starts with every jewel, every gold piece, every piece of metal that has been affixed to Anastas is removed. And Anastas is left on the table bare boned with divots and chunks removed from the bone from warfare, from where the ornamentation had been removed. Teeth are missing, pieces of the jaw are missing, the back of the skull is missing. And is all of that is then sent into a massive smelter. And then the masterworker begins with a wire saw dissecting the bones, the femur, the humerus, the tarsals, and the ulna, and the tibia is all separated into pieces, and each piece is then worked on individually and dipped into this alloyed mixture and polished and reset, and uh, in a few hours time, with his assistance and with the use of his tools, Anastas is placed roughly back together in a similar shape, and through the strength of Anastas's will is recombined now as this steel and ceramic and gold colossus, with slated joints and scaled arms and large pauldrons, and the artwork is built directly into the bone, which has visions of fire from Dorian's fire, and the joints have daggers which are reminiscent of Alexander's, and the chest and back piece include the forearms of stone. which now hold the sensor deep inside of Anastas's rib cage, and in front of Anastas's face is a mask, which is in the shape of a white porcelain mask in the shape of a young woman's face, and blindfolding the eyes in a crown of thorns, Anastas wears the pilgrim. And a slit is down the front of the mask, and I start kind of shaking myself off, and at first like pieces of the armor fall out and like click back together, and my arm drops, and one of the slats like shoots out of my wrist to form a blade and comes back in, and my fingers start coming back online, and my hands start coming back online, and the fittings begin piecing together, and I remove myself from a bath of molten iron, shaking myself off, and have been born anew.
Excellent. Now, the two humans, Alexander and Dorian, you, in waiting for Anastas, have been within the confines of the House of the Pravoslavi, exploring. You saw that those search parties were happening in the graveyard, and quickly ascertained that there was, especially while Anastas is getting reforged, nothing that you can do about it. Right now, you're on sort of a balcony looking out over the city, and you can see the search parties going through the graveyards. Can somebody give me a vigilant check?
You got it.
No modifiers.
Ooh.
Sure.
Okay.
Nope.
So you are desperately trying to find amidst the old overgrown trees and mausoleums that dot the graveyard the shrine to Ernan, and where Stone is in meditation, and you cannot find it. The area is too overgrown and you're too unfamiliar with it in order to pick it out. You do not see Stone there, but you're not sure if that's just because you're not looking in the right spot or if he's actually gone. Either way, there's not a whole lot that you can do about it. After a few hours, Anastas emerges from the forge where they have undergone their reforging. And in addition to what Talon described earlier, you notice very faintly, it doesn't appear as if this was actually put into the design or is just a fluke. But as you're looking at those flames that Talon mentioned, those Dorian flames that are built in, you sort of see amidst the curling wisps of flame eyes. When you look again, they don't appear to be there.
Ooh.
Do we recognize him? Them?
Good question.
Would, yeah, Anastas approaches back in, and the sound of like rattling bone and like loose fitting armor is gone and is replaced with heavy footsteps and the uh quiet shearing of steel plates on steel plates. And you can kind of like hear the like gentle shifting of the plates rubbing against each other as I approach. And I would say that like I am completely aesthetically different. Like there's very little exposed bone. You can tell that it's still a skeleton, but it appears to be a skeleton made of metal.
Alexander, someone's coming! Quick! We need to hide.
I guess, yeah, we will I'll do a discreet check.
Yeah, go for it.
That's pretty funny. We didn't know he was getting reforged, I assume, right?
I kind of mentioned it, but I think the last time I did this was just to make my crow armor last shitty and not like a complete.
Yeah,
aesthetic.
you
Not a
likely
complete
did not
transformation.
understand the extent of what was about to happen.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's fair.
And you are able to like duck into alcoves, seeing Anastas's new form approaching.
Roll the blanket over us.
Anastas comes in, seeing the scurrying of the scurrying nature of the search party coming in, and then like says something to themselves like, oh, a deep mess we have found ourselves in, which the voice you would recognize as Anastas, though it does sound as though it comes from behind a mask.
I whisper over to Alexander whispers over to Dorian. That voice sounds familiar.
I imagine
And-
you guys are like in the curtains right now, like you can
Sure.
still see the feet out the bottom.
And there's also then the telltale sign is a front of you. Anastas drops Pyridicida to the side, and begins contemplating where you guys could have gone and whether or not you guys were captured.
Pyridicida, it looks, also has been polished and cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, polished, cleaned.
Yeah.
The wear of the road is off it. It is ready to accept new blood.
I would venture that you are right, Alexander. That's probably him.
I'd say so. And then I will emerge. Well, Alexander emerges just like out of nowhere, essentially.
Just like casually, like, what's going on?
Like just suddenly appears in front of him.
Anastas, though not allowing themselves to appear surprised, does startle for just a second.
You certainly look impressive.
It is good to have found you. Yes, my previous form betrayed my intention. For those in my position, it is important that one looks as one is.
That is remarkable. Did that hurt?
Pain is not a concept that I remember, Dorian, but there's a moment in this procedure where you get the chance to give up, to go to sleep. And I chose to be here.
Fascinating.
Do we recognize kind of some of the motifs on him?
Oh, yeah.
I assume, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The specific ones that are interesting and are also functional is like the elbows and knees and wrists kind of have like sharp points coming off of them. And although I'm very heavy and big, I look pretty limber.
And going forward now, our HBO intro to the series, each episode is like going over like close-ups of like all the different like motifs on the armor, and like they're like the ribs like come together and like
Yes. And the motifs are specifically designed to be to be things that we have done.
I love it. Yeah, taking some inspiration from your colleagues, huh? There's more to be written, of course.
And our travels, it seems.
Yes, it's brought us here, and will perhaps bring down an empire.
We have a good spot on your armor for that one.
Now the next question is, what do we do now?
Yes, that is
we can
our
only
next
hope.
challenge.
We can only hope that your friend was able to get them away, Alexander. Do you know if she had any other hiding spots in this city? Any other safe houses that you may have stopped by before? that she may have led them to?
I'm not sure. We were in some ways lucky to find some of the ones still functional at this
Then
point,
there is the
but
matter of stone.
yes, we couldn't find him. It's doesn't mean that
No.
he's been captured or he's wandered off on his own. He's gone right now, and we have no trail.
Far too dangerous to approach the search party.
Hmm.
What
There'll
do
be
you
only one way
propose?
to go without questioning.
And what do you suppose Najit would do if they had found a Hadra within their city walls? We have to hope.
At worst, he was killed on the spot. At best, taken into custody.
The GM, did we see any? Even though we weren't really having much luck, did we see any signs of like a struggle or any blood anywhere?
Ooh, good question. You did not see signs of a struggle or blood. It was pretty far away, though, and it did not appear. If you recall, your hidey hole is in like a rocky section at the base of the wall, and you did not see that people were or that Najit were moving in that area. But it could just be a matter of time before they get there. At least while you were looking, they were more towards the entrance and the northern side of the graves.
As far as we could tell, it didn't look like there was any violence in the area. Doesn't mean that something else couldn't have happened, but it doesn't seem like that worst happened. But we'll have to find him at some point and pick up a trail. But what can we do first? Shall we?
Well,
wanting to-
Well, we could try and get the sacrifice back for Nadim.
that would
And
appear
hope.
to be our first means of business. We must trust Stone as either. I think we must trust Stone to fend for himself at this moment. The concern without Nadim is that Lyra was able to escort both Constantine and our refugees, our fugitives, to another safe space. Perhaps it would be wise to secure the assistance of Nadim. It appears as though we are in need of allies more than ever.
Agreed. We need as many as we can get. Very well.
All right, how would you like to get to Karshtop Township?
How would we like to get to Karshtop Township? Part of me is thinking front door, but
Just leave out the way you guys came in. You kind of thinking by
yeah.
that front
Well,
door?
the going out the way. So there's two options. We can go out the front door, which only works if you guys get out. Um, we can go out the ways y'all came back in. Y'all went in, but that was a little bit dangerous, and we don't know about that renegade Tanari.
Right.
My personal opinion is perhaps out the front door, into the township, to Nikolaus, or into the township, come up with a plan, and then bring the evangelist back in via the route y'all took in.
What do we need Nikolaus for again?
Well, were you going to use Nikolaus is the evangelist's hookup for the for his Twilight tincture. And the idea was, can I just walk into the evangelist's quarters and take him and put him in a bag and walk out? Maybe. But is that the best way to do this when we know that the evangelist like does freaky shit? clandestine stuff, like why not try to scoop him up then? So we don't need to like kill Nikolaos or like kidnap Nikolaos. We need Nikolaos to tell us what the Evangelist is up to and where he does his dirty business.
I should be able to gather some information from him. That shouldn't be too much of a problem.
I think he's going to be pretty scared of us knowing that we survived, as Patches is when you find Patches again.
Good.
Good.
Fear will make him more willing to talk.
So I think we confidently but cautiously leave through the Golden Gate.
Will Dorian and I be able to come with you? How shall
I
we
see
proceed?
why not. If one could accompany me to the Aya City, one may surely accompany me out of it.
I trust in you, Nastas. You've not led us astray yet here.
Do you think we should?
Do not start now.
Do you think we ought to put on those robes again?
I
The
feel
ones
those
from the bridge
robes
house.
belong to those of a particular order. I think, if anything, grabbing the brooches. Are they brooches that define the dead hand? Pat?
It was an embroidered. It was like an embroidered.
Like a patch kind of thing?
Like embroidery.
Oh.
Like it's built in. Like
It's built, yeah, okay. Okay, gotcha.
So here's my thoughts. Player to players. Significant chance it helps. Non-zero chance it does cause some problems. You make the call. And this is also personal opinion with very little evidence to
Right.
to back it up. Could be totally cool.
I vote we put him on.
I've always been a little bit more in the shadows, so yes. I think that'll work for me too.
As you put your trust in me, I will put my trust in you.
all right. So I did not. I had to flip back in my notes here to back to the Great Gate. So you're going out the gate in the high wall, the main entrance and exit to the city. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In the cart. Okay.
Oh, do we still have Smollett?
You do still have Smollett, yeah.
We'll take Smollett, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call it.
So, and
The trusty
Smollett parks
steed.
himself, so like.
Hell yeah.
Best deed ever.
Karshtop's Great Gate stands magnificently, set into the stone cliff face of the high wall. The entire immense 3-story tall gate is inlaid with gold and silver in the shape of bone and skull. Each of the massive doors bears a statue of metal and stone, which depicts a skeletal knight with a tower shield and spear. The tower shields form the doors, and you are approaching from the back, so you can see the like massive forms of these things. On the street before it is a singular small structure, a bell hanging from a stone and timber frame. The bell is a weathered green, and dangling from its handle is a polished white skull. From this close, you cannot see anything over the gargantuan structure, and it makes you feel incredibly small and insignificant.
Do I know how to operate this door?
So you have not been here since the door has been installed.
Okay.
But you are familiar with this type of door. Like the doors that you have encountered before, this one is obviously powered by Najit. And the skull on the bell likely controls whether or not the doorbell rings or not. It is likely the doorbell ring that communicates to the statues to open the doors. So you will have to communicate with the bell.
Oh, a skull of this stature surely has some pomp to it. Um, Approaching the door, Anastas asks, "Please open."
And who is it that I shall open for?
Anastas the Wheel, bathed in her light and forged in her wrath.
And
My compatriots, Dorian and Alexander.
And what is your business outside the city at this late hour?
The business of a Provislav, great door of Karshtop.
Great deeds indeed. Very well. The door opens. And with that, the bell rings. And with the groaning of stone and metal, these two statues move the shields aside, opening up the center that allows you just enough room to drive the cart through.
Dorian leans over to Alexander. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Very impressive
And-
again, Anastas.
And quite a bit louder. We should make haste to the township.
Safe
My special-
travels!
I bid you adieu.
Alexander bows
Onward,
to the door.
Smollett.
Smollett hoofs off out of the city and into Karshtop Township. And you are realizing that while you have the humans in the cart, they seem not to be noticed. And it likely occurs to you, Anastas, that it has to do with the smell.
Oh.
The feral Najit probably are not smelling over the undead cart to smell that the humans are there.
And they're being identified by smell. That is their...
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry. I gotta let my dog get his water.
Okay.
Close his own crate.
Well, actually, 5 would be good right now. And we will begin.
I mean, I'm already done, but we can take a 5.
You're already done. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what I'm gonna do is tell you what the next encounter is going to be, and then we're gonna take our 5 because I
All
do need
right.
to pee.
Encounter? I thought this was gonna be easy.
It's super easy, barely an inconvenience.
In and out. 20-minute adventure.
Shouts and cries of anger fill the air. Torchlight rises in an orange and yellow tide above the ruined buildings at the base of Karshtop's high wall.
Uh-oh.
As dusk settles into Karshtop Township and you approach on the road, you see 2 skeletons destroyed and laying in pieces amidst the overgrown path beyond the small gate that hails the entrance to the city, along with one very bloody human holding in his hand a rusted pitchfork with a missing tine and a broken handle. And
Whoa.
with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, and we are back. You have just entered Karshtop Township, and it is clear that something is amiss. What would you like to do?
I forgot to grab water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Does the human still look alive?
The human does not look alive at all.
Oh. We approach the scene.
Yeah.
The two skeletons are destroyed and lying in pieces amidst the overgrown path. It is unclear what killed them, but the human was certainly stabbed through the chest, and there's a large wound that is leaking out onto the path before you. The body is certainly dead.
Certainly dead. Is it impaled?
Yeah.
Killed both Najit and human alike. And
You think this could be the work of that Tanari?
looking at the impalement, does it look like claw or sword?
Oh, like the sword is still in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am unsure, Dorian. I am unsure.
Does
You
it?
hear a faint cracking sound. The sickening, wet crunch as the human's body, covered in blood, twitches.
Oh. Is it returning?
It's unclear. All you saw so far is one twitch.
Kick
Dorian
at the corpse. Oh.
Dorian takes a couple steps back and pulls out the alchemical fire tube.
The body, as after you kick it, convulses in fits and starts. It twitches again, cracking more of those sickening wet crunches, and in mere moments, it is crawling to its feet. Thick bone protrudes from its head like bloody antlers. It raises its head to the sky and lets out a blood-curdling scream, which echoes around the ruins. And in a flash, it has turned towards you, a feral look in its eyes as it screams and lunges for you.
All right.
We're going to put everyone into initiative order here. You just pull yourselves out onto the...
So this is perhaps a bit of a difficulty, but we have not updated my character sheet.
Oh, you knew what it was going to be, though, right?
I do. I have all of it right here. So I have DM'd that to you. I don't know how easy it is. It just includes a new armor and a weapon.
And you can't bring the new armor into you. Okay.
I don't think I can equip myself with new armor,
No,
but I could,
think
perhaps.
I need to do it.
I think, yeah, you need to do that. At least did that last time for me.
Okay. Give me a second. What was the armor that we were basing off of?
What is it? It would be heavy armor. Heavy armor, with the retributive and reinforced, qualities.
Retributive, reinforced. And it grants 1d8 plus 1.
It grants 1d8 plus 1, but I have man at arms, which does improve that.
Right. And then you have a better unarmed strike because of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the what the damage profile needs to be for the code, but it is unarmed strikes that are massive with deep impact.
That is easy to make. Okay, so deep impact and massive.
And I don't know if you want to put the hollowed quality on stuff, or just know that I have that when I'm enraged.
What does Hollow do?
It against corrupted.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that then because I don't want it to do it all the time. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want it to do it all the time.
Okay.
Okay. You should be good.
All right.
Does that look right?
Let me see. I am good.
Awesome. Okay, now you can pull yourself out, and we'll get. Why does this token not have the right thing on it?
So for the party, I got better armor. Obviously, I'm upgraded from medium armor to heavy armor, and it's got a couple qualities, and I replaced my sword with my higher damaging sword with a more consistent damaging unarmed strike.
If you guys just want to arrange yourselves, I know that that Dorian specifically mentioned that he had backed up. Anastas specifically had been pretty close to it. So
Light
just
born human.
yes. And so we're just going to say that Dorian is one movement away in that zone, and then the other two of you are in the zone with it right now.
Okay,
Let's just get this into a little bit more.
Fast party.
Fast.
As it's like starting to stand up, can Dorian call over to Anastas? Is this some sort of Najit magic?
Not to my knowledge, Dorian.
As the thing stands up and you see the horns and you see it howl, you know instantly what this is. This reminds you very much of those abominations that you had fought up in the monastery, the Yora monastery. Without, it doesn't obviously have the needles, the acupuncture needles.
Oh, sure.
But this is an abomination. You've seen these things before. This is just a slightly different version of it, but it's certainly an abomination.
Understood.
Okay, Dorian, you are first.
Kind of crouching back behind something, Dorian will pop up with the alchemical fire tube, stuff some ammo into it, and his hand glows for a bit before it fires out of it, using his hand as the ignition, and hopefully hit this thing.
Excellent. Okay.
Oh, you have... Damn!
Okay, yeah, you're definitely going to hit this thing. Did it get adjusted by its quick at all?
Oh, I forgot to put that in. What's its quick?
+7.
Oh.
So it would be a 9, or do you need me to re-roll this?
No.
He succeeded by 14.
Yeah, you're totally fine. A little bit of a joke. Okay, so 12 damage. How do you want to do this?
As soon as I recognize that it's one of these abomination, Dorian takes aim with this fire tube, and like I said, his hand glows. He fires it off with a bit more gusto than he usually does, and it just spirals this ammunition down and splits its head straight down the middle.
Excellent.
Like a melon.
Like right between me and Alexander. Like,
yeah.
Its head splits open, and it reels backwards. Do you want it to be prone, or do you want to take another attack?
I think I'll go prone to kind of help my two friends up there with beating it up.
Prone. And out of the split area of its skull, a ghastly bestial head emerges that was connected to the antlers on the inside. It looks like a cross between a deer and a Jakaar wolf, but like just totally messed up. It's got sores all over it, and it looks like it is inhabiting the body of this human. The split open skull still hangs around its neck, and it starts pulling itself to its feet. Anastas, it's your turn.
Anastas is going to make an attack -7.
Yep. No, +7.
Oh, plus, yeah.
Anastas goes before Alexander? Wow.
I'm fast.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Okay, there we go. I need to switch 2 of my keys around. The buttons are actually wrong. What's 7? Oh, so it's even easier to hit? Is that what this means?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
Well,
has
we're
7
rolling.
quick and is a little fucked up because it just woke up. Oh,
Shoot.
okay.
I rolled 2 1s.
Bruh. We did
How-
one. Wait, what? How?
I don't
How did
understand
you
what happened.
succeed
It
with
looks
the
like
20?
you rolled a
You-
20.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a crit fail.
But his
like,
attribute target was a 23.
Because I have a strong of 16 and you gave me a +7.
Yeah.
right, so literally nothing. But it is a 20.
I don't know how Symbarum handles this, but I'm still of the opinion that
I think I crit failed.
yeah. I think that there should always be a chance to miss.
Yeah, I crit failed, and that's actually really bad for me.
That is really bad for you.
We want it.
It specifically is. Okay.
It's specifically bad for me. Anastas like rears. So here's what happens. Anastas rears up for a huge attack. Spinning the wheel with like my biomechanical arm really fast. And as I go to like destroy this thing, my arm like flies off my body and I like collapse to a knee and begin like shaking. Like the pieces of my armor are like falling in and out of position. My head is kind of like cocking to one side, and like I am having a very bad time. You do not know exactly what is happening. Um, but you can hear the voice of Pavel laughing.
All right.
And I am down for. Oh, this is brutal. Did we adjust the number of turns, or are we keeping it 1d6? We talked about it, but I don't remember what you.
I thought we said 1d4.
Okay. Anastas is unresponsive and is not doing well.
Alexander, it is your turn.
All right.
Have we heard Pavel's voice before, or was that always just inner
It
monologue?
was always
in my head.
in Talon's head, or in Anastas's head.
No, Anastas begins like laughing and chittering in a voice you've never heard. Is on a knee, is armless and unarmed, and is not doing well. Perhaps an effect of the reforging. You don't know.
Interesting. Well, Alexander, yeah, we'll deal with that in a minute. He's gonna try to flank around this thing. Kind of get on the side if I can.
Yep.
That's
yep.
cool.
You can make
Like,
a movement to
Yeah.
flank it for sure.
And then we're gonna go for its kind of try to hamstring it kind of thing.
Yep.
Also, just to keep the rules consistent, I do need to make another attack at -7 to confirm the crit fail.
Oh, right.
Oh, yes.
This decides whether or not the creature gets an attack on me.
It does not.
It does not.
Okay. Patrick, remind me always how to do this again. It's dagger, 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 but do I click any of those things? I don't think so.
Yeah, so you should have favor, I think, every single time you attack.
It's advantage for sure.
Advantage for sure. It's not favor, it's
Backstab.
advantage. You're right.
So it's advantage, backstab, and then it's a -7.
+7.
And you can only use the backstab once per
One of those, yeah.
turn.
Is it
So-
is it +7 or +3 because it has 7 and it's the difference from 10?
It's got 4.
Oh, so
Yeah. So it's
6.
+7. I just rolled wrong. my
No, it's
second
3. It's 3. It's +7. It's definitely +7.
So advantage, backstab on the first one, 7 on the modifier, normal. Okay, first one. There we go.
Okay, and
Second.
that is going to be enough.
Okay.
So, how do you want to do this?
Okay. Well, shit, I expected multiple, but pretty easily, we'll just say kind of like cuts around and fuck it, we'll get a little flare as he's going past it. He'll give it the hamstring cut and then stick a dagger in the side of its, I guess, head.
Yeah.
The new head. I don't know. Whatever
Awesome.
looks like the most vulnerable spot now.
Yeah, you sort of get it, you grab it by the antler, you get it in the eye, pull it out, and like throw the thing off to the side.
There it is.
And yeah, Anastas, after a few moments, stops convulsing and pulls themselves back together.
Right. apologize, my friends. The knowledge of the spirit of the Velociraptor Pavel that lives within me, proving to be more of a challenge to master than I would have hoped. And I will be taking a -1 to all success checks for the rest of the day.
Shit.
Yeah.
Cool. That is really brutal.
That was the worst.
Has Anastas brought this up to us before? That he has this other spirit of a Velociraptor living inside of him?
I explained that when I came back to you guys. Well, I explained that I explained the situation of Najit.
Is it something that's gotten worse because of the reforging, or?
I do not know. I know the process is very taxing on the spirit. Perhaps I just need time to adjust.
So he actually takes over your form.
He tries.
If you are shook.
In moments of weakness, I find myself struggling to combat him.
That's terrifying.
Concerning, if you can lock up in combat like that.
Come on,
Well,
let's go see if there's any survivors here left in town. If this just happened on the outskirts, or if this, whatever caused this, is still rampaging throughout the village.
Alexander would like to move discreetly and quietly through the town. Or does he have to?
Yeah, no, that's fine. So, yeah, go ahead and make your discreet check.
Okay. I am literally the shadows.
Alexander, you slink off into the darkness of the twilight in Karshtop Township. You can hear the sound of shouts and screams. They sound like shouts and screams of anger. And they are coming mostly from the direction of the Basilica of Saint Istolt, which is that chapel that the Evangelist presides over.
And I get closer to try and get a look at, to try and see.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and make a vigilant check.
Vigilant? Oh boy. For being kind of almost a scouty scout boy, my vigilance not great. Oh, frick.
You are distracted because as you try and head in the direction of the square to see what's going on, you hear very plainly a sound you are familiar with. The howling of a Jakaar.
Ooh.
And then another. And then another. They are very close. It sounds like they are inside the village somewhere. And then, in response to those three calls, a fourth, very low, very loud call of a Jakaar. It shakes the rubble next to the building, on the building that you are next to right now, and sends a chill up your spine.
I'm assuming we also hear this.
Everyone hears this, yes.
Dorian, we perhaps must follow in Alexander's footsteps.
Yes, absolutely.
And
let's go.
Anastas and Dorian make haste in the direction of Alexander.
Okay. So, you had mentioned originally wanting to head to Mikolaus's shop.
Yeah.
It is on the way. You can stop there if you wish to. we can go straight to the Basilica, or you can go to the inn. There is also like a main order parish down here. Wherever you want to go is fine. You just let me know.
So the wolf calls are coming from the Basilica?
The wolf calls are kind of coming from everywhere. The loud one seemed not to be coming from the Basilica area, but a little farther off to the south.
So in the direction of the... Oh. These creatures are hunting here. Does anyone know of the...
Both Dorian and Alexander look at each other as soon as Anastas asks about a large wolf creature.
Seems like Mother's home again.
Yeah,
Hey, Alexander.
Alexander pops slightly out of the shadows, just again, like, basically just appears. Yes, that's what we encountered before, unfortunately, trying to get in, and then back into the shadows.
You are so weird when you do that.
It's like a Batman.
You're right.
You mean to tell me you've encountered these creatures?
Yes, on our way down into the sewers, when that rat Nikolaus trapped us inside of that entrance to the ruins, they were crawling with these things, probably these exact same ones.
And they found their way out.
Alexander and I barely made it out.
Did it appear as though Nikolaus kept these things in there?
He certainly knew of their existence. He laid it out as a sort of trap. Whether he's keeping them or not, I do not know. My vote is that we go and procure Nikolaus first. He has the information that we need, and he may have some insight on these creatures.
Alexander, can you run ahead? See if you can't spy through a window and use your roguish proclivities to our advantage.
You said there were yells of not like fear, but anger?
Yes. Like, as you are getting closer, it sounds like a mob.
In front of the Basilica?
Yeah.
Alexander,
Oof.
why don't you go and try and spy on Nikolaus? Anastas, you and I can go see what that crowd is forming over.
A sound opinion. I agree. As long as Alexander is okay with his role.
Split the party once again. Can do. I'll make it back to you guys before I
And
do
we'll meet
anything
in this
rash.
spot. I imagine we're in front of maybe one of these like ruins right here, and like we're gonna meet back here.
Sounds good. Who wants to go first?
Why don't we do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
So you are heading to the Basilica?
Yes, sir.
The courtyard outside the Basilica of St. Istolt is brimming with people. But where previously they had held offerings and prayer beads, they now wield torches and the makeshift weapons of the desperate: pitchforks, clubs, butcher's knives, and the occasional small hatchet. The three, with sharpened spears, bandages wrapped around bloody wounds, and fear and anger in their eyes, shout at you as you approach. "Back, beasts! To the devil with ya!" One warns with false bravado.
If thou think you can harm me with that toy, you are free to try. What is happening here? This was a place of supplication.
Whoa, 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 what are you? Step out of the darkness so we can see you.
Anastas emerges first.
With that, they start quavering, and they turn and they shout, "There's more of them in this direction!" And they are armed against you. They do not rush at you, but more of them come to like back up the others. It looks like they're trying to hold the square.
We mean you no harm. What's going on here? And I'll
Dorian-
step out of the shadows behind Anastas.
Make a persuasive check for me.
Oh, Dorian is not good at these.
Yeah, you are. No, you're not.
I just hold on.
He's got one of them.
No, you misunderstand. He's a friend of mine.
And unless Alexander is going to step out of the shadows to try and salvage the situation, we're going to move to combat.
I believed he was not at that spot because he's looking at Mikolas'
That
house.
is right. It is only
Yeah.
the two of you. Okay.
I got a plan, Dorian. Don't kill anyone.
Good luck, guys.
Okay, so we are here. If you guys want to put yourselves, what's the button? I think it's like,
Oh boy, I don't want to just murder people.
like this bridge over here. How do you ping? What's the button?
Mouse 3? No. X?
Whatever. You see the bottom right torch? There's that bridge. They're holding the bridge, and you're coming on from the side. So other side of the bridge.
Why can't I? What am I? What's? Well, I would like to be able to control my token. What's going on?
Can you guys see everything okay?
I can see everything fine. I just can't move my own token, or control it, or access it.
That's odd.
I can bring it out. I made a double of myself trying to like reset it, and
I don't have one out. Oh, I gotta drag and drop it, don't I?
Yeah.
There we go. Is it supposed to be dark?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
I literally just described how you guys were stepping out of darkness.
In the daylight, it could be a really
is it
shadowy
worth trying
ruin.
to solve this conundrum here?
I
Or-
don't think so.
Okay.
And I am just going to put. And
Well, one of them's ugly as hell.
okay. Oh, you can't activate yourself for combat, can you? Okay, and Dorian is active, and let's roll for all. Okay, Dorian, you are first.
All right, Dorian is going to lean over to Anastas. Thinking on his feet, he says, "Do your work. Just try to intimidate them the best that you can. I've got your back. Follow my lead." And then I will cast Brimstone Cascade in front of us to like try and blind them, but specifically not at them. I'm trying to make like an explosion for Anastas to come in and just start roaring at them to scare the shit out of them.
Okay, you absolutely do that. So make make a resolute check. Just because you are casting. Take your corruption.
That's a D4, right? Temporary.
That sounds right. I
I
forget. every
succeed
single
on the
time.
resolute,
Okay, so it does happen. You are able to control it.
and I get 2 temporary corruption.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, well, we'll check that later. Peach, if it's not your turn, you could just double check the corruption rules in the core rulebook. Okay. Anastas, it's your turn.
Okay, Anastas moves forward to like right here.
Okay.
I am going to brandish my wheel, and I will shout to them, "This is your last attempt to stand down. We wish not to do combat."
Make me a persuasive.
Persuasive. Usually I would get +1 for being scary, but -1 for doing nothing, for failing, or for crit failing that one time. So it is just Wow.
And
Is that another
again,
Crit fail again.
Yes.
And this time, so Anastas takes yet another knee. Okay, we might have to rethink.
we might have to rethink this. I think that this might be the first time that we've had 2 crit fails in a row. So we will talk about it. But yeah, we might have to think about it. All right, so Anastas, this is your last chance. And then falls apart onto the ground. You can hear the laughing, and it says, "No, now it's my turn." And the 2 farmhands with the pitchforks in front of you. It says that they have swords. This is dealing much less damage than a sword, but I'm just going to be using it. So Anastas, you're automatically taking these hits, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. Does
Because
my armor come into play?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you can still roll armor. They are just absolutely hitting you. So if you just want to roll to withstand damage, there's going to be 3 of them incoming.
So 2, 8, and 11.
2, 8, and 11. Okay, so that 2 you take 2 damage from. As they come up, they start beating on you with, one of them has a hatchet and starts beating on you. The other ones are stabbing with the spears. And the one of them shouts, "Look, we've almost got him!"
It's like, bink, bink.
And we are back at the top, Dorian.
Please, I don't want to hurt you. Just back away now. And he's kind of shakily holding his fire tube.
You have a chance. If you want to make a persuasive check, you are welcome to do that. Because of what has happened so far, that is going to be hard. So it's going to be at -2. And would take your action.
Can I... this might be asking a little much, but could I try to, like, aim at their weapons to try and disarm them with a shot instead of hitting them?
Oh, is that in one of the...
That feels like it would be an ability. Like you would take, you would level that up. So I'm going to say no. You are pretty inexperienced with the fire as it is. And even just controlling it to do what you just did took a lot out of you.
Apple tells you to shoot him in the head.
Does he sound like I'm gonna fire. I'm gonna fire for one of their legs. I don't know if like non-lethal is an option in this game, but that's what I'm gonna go for.
Non-lethal fire explosion?
Fireball.
I'm using the gun, the Indaren
non-lethal
weapon.
gun. Oh, okay, sure.
Just shoot him in the leg.
Or the arm. Can't shoot the arm.
You can absolutely kill somebody shooting them in the leg.
Okay,
100%.
Yeah, all right, I'm shooting him. What's the modifier?
Are you shooting one of the farmhands or the infantryman?
I'll go for the leader guy.
The leader guy is -1. -1.
Okay. Oh my god, today is not our day. I miss.
So he sees this shot coming. He actually he's got like a half of a barrel like that he has turned into a shield, and he ducks underneath it, and the fireball explodes, blowing up his shield to splinters, which so he will not be able to use it again, but yeah, he does not take any damage.
Am I able to also do a movement?
Yeah, if you want to, for sure.
Okay, I want to try and start backing up the way that we came, like back towards where Alexander may be.
Meanwhile, Anastas is just getting fucking wailed on by these guys. Awesome. Okay.
I've still got my gun raised. I just am backing up.
Yes. So Anastas, you're going to make your 3 checks.
Woof. Okay. 6, 7, 6.
Okay. With that, they are not able to make any headway, I don't think. Yeah, no, for sure not. Okay. And we are actually at this point going to switch back to Alexander. So, Alexander, you are headed towards Mikolaus's shop. It is quiet and dark. All of the buildings here have been closed and boarded up, and you see no light or movement from within whatsoever. When you get to Mikolaus's shop, it too is dark, but the door hangs loose limply on its hinges, flapping in the wind.
Okay. I would like to... I would like to get a little closer to the doors if I can peer inside at all. You said it's pretty much pitch black in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to slink in.
Okay. You slink in. The only light comes from the moon up above you, filtering in through the gnarled trees of this ruin. Mikolaus's shop is left not empty. It still has all of the wares and things that he had been selling here, but there is no one inside. It is a little bit of a mess, as if somebody left in a hurry. And in fact, on the ground in front of you, you see it looks like a bag or something was spilled, and there's a few discarded papers and ledgers and things like that. A small coin purse and a vial, which is cracked open and is now leaking into the overgrowth.
Question: does that vial look familiar? Like
It does
potentially
not.
a Twilight tincture. Okay.
It does not look like Twilight tincture, no.
Okay. Well, grabbing that coin purse.
Yeah, so inside the coin purse, you find 5 ortegs. That's the copper piece.
Really? Well, I'll still take it anyway.
Yeah.
Is there
Stealing
anything
from a shanty town.
anything for the fuck this guy?
Give me a
anything-
vigilant
Also, yes.
check while you're looking around.
Sure, yeah, we'll just do a general look around. Oh god, all right. Please, vigilant work for me. I don't think I've ever passed one of these.
We're rolling so bad.
I rolled like a critical to hide.
Oh, your vigilant was 19. Okay. So yeah, you are looking around. It's dark, and you are interrupted because you hear Dorian shouting, and an explosion of fire coming from the basilica area and the square outside.
Oh, can't leave those two alone for 5 seconds. Alexander will grab the papers as well, and then head over, still stealthily, to where Dorian and Anastasar.
As you step out the door, you hear a low growl coming from like an overgrown bush. It's dark, and you can't quite see what it is.
I'm still hidden, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Relatively. Smell is a little bit different.
Yeah.
take
You heard a growl of an animal in a bush. At this point, you are not sure if it knows you are there or not.
We are going to... Oh man, hold on one second. We still have some what's it called? Like rations on us? Would I have some rations
Depends on
me?
if you wanted to bring rations out into the city. Did you bring your full packs? Did you leave stuff back? Kinda. What do you think?
I think maybe a little, like a small amount of
Yeah,
rations,
you got like you got a little snack, little
snack.
Beef jerky.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping you'd say. So I will then. Alexander will kind of freezes in his tracks, pulls out some of the beef jerky, and tosses it, kind of away from where he's headed, kind of towards, not exactly at the bush, but like towards one of the bushes, and then we'll try to go around it then.
You hear the sounds of sniffing, and then a low growl as Minerva jumps into the clearing and, gurgling a bit, grabs onto the beef jerky.
Good girl, hey. So Alexander will kind of appear to her.
As soon as she sees and recognizes you, she grabs the jerky in her mouth and crawls up and nestles on top of your pack as usual.
Yaw. You ready to go save the others? And we will depart again towards the commotion.
Excellent. All right. So we were back to the top of the round, and Alexander will come in after this round. Dorian, what are you doing?
Dorian, after missing his last shot, kind of adjusts his backpack a little bit, gets down a little more, adjusts his glasses, and attempts to take another shot towards him.
Got it. And again, you're trying to hit... sorry, I put another Dorian out. You're trying to hit the made one?
Yes. Okay. And this was -1?
Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. Now that the shield is gone, it is +2.
That's a hit for 7. 11, sorry.
That is a hit. It is going to end up being 7 because he does have a small amount of armor on. He's the only one that does. But yeah, a huge hit. It does not quite hit his pain threshold, but he is knocked back by the force of it and starts shouting, "I think there's an Indara over here!"
Put your weapons down! I'll yell out in Indaran.
Oh, God. Okay, make a persuasive check at +2.
Sick. I succeed.
We're under attack! We're under attack! More of the humans turn around and divert from their mob over here and head towards the commotion.
I didn't realize there was more than...
Oh, yeah,
More
there's
than
like
them.
there's dozens of them. It's just that only 3 of them were dealing with you.
3's company, not a mob, Peach.
Okay.
Okay, they
was
will
trying to
come
scare
in
'em.
when Alexander comes in. Anastas, this is the end of your second turn being out, so you after next turn you will be up. Make 3 of your damage rolls or your protection rolls again.
7, 11, 2.
Okay, so then you take another 2 damage from that 2. And at the end of turn order, these ones have rushed up here. And this one has jumped over Anastas and is headed towards Dorian. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Alexander, you are now in initiative order here. And Dorian still goes first.
I just take another shot. Same guy trying to bring him down. I don't know what else to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna fire and then I'm gonna back away.
Okay.
We'll start moving up this way.
Yep. Okay.
That is a hit for 10 more damage.
Yes. Okay, so that's 6 more. This guy is technically still up, but that second shot knocks him on his ass. He crawls over and is gonna. I mean, on his turn, he will do this, but he's gonna take, which is gonna happen like right now. But he's crawling over, trying to take cover. Okay, Alexander.
What does Alexander see here? What's all this commotion going on?
Nastas is trying to get back to its feet finally, and there's a crowd of dudes. One of them's bleeding.
And so Alexander will set Minerva down, stay, and gives her another piece of jerky, and then goes off. Can he get to? Oh, that's a river. That's not a roof. That's a bridge.
Where are you?
I think I see myself up on this top. I can't ping. I don't know how to do that.
That's fine.
Anyway.
See where you are.
Yeah, roughly.
He's right here.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Is there a way for me to get across without using the bridge?
You
How far
can
is
leap
that?
if you would like to.
How far is that?
20 feet.
Kind of a check is
But
that.
if you are jumping from like right here onto this boat,
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
I think you're up high enough. You're kind of going from a higher to a lower. I think that 15 feet should be doable, but it's
Okay,
gonna
and
take a running start for sure.
What kind of a check is that?
I would have you make
Quick?
a quick check. I think would make sense here.
Okay. Oh my god!
Into the water you go.
Into the drink.
Yes. So Alexander runs and actually slips the last step. You totally lose your footing. It was not your fault at all. This like crumbling like city street is falling apart underneath you.
Came at me. You saw it.
You do end up grabbing onto the edge of the boat. You get wet. You're going to take just 1 damage, so it gets absorbed by your armor. Yeah, you managed to get up onto it, but that's going to be your whole action. You're not gonna be
Okay,
able to
that's
do
fine.
anything
That's
else.
fine.
Okay, and then they go. So this infantryman runs up to Dorian with a makeshift club. No, he's an infantryman. He's got an actual axe. So he's gonna make his attack against you. Roll your defense check. This is gonna be at -5. Roll to confirm that critical fail.
Oh my god.
No fucking way.
This is crazy.
Nope, not a crit
Okay,
fail.
not a critical
Not a
fail,
crit
but
fail.
it is still a
God.
fail. So you take 3 damage as he hits into you with his axe. It bites you in the arm. Anastas.
I roll a 1d4 for my protection from light armor.
It already did it for you.
Oh, it did? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's...
Yep.
Oh,
The little
protection
gray in
2,
protection
I see.
2. Yep.
Okay, got it. And you said 2 points of damage?
3.
3, sorry.
Anastas,
Okay.
you take 3 more attacks. Meanwhile, these guys rush over here. One of them throws a giant rock at Alexander. Alexander, make a defense check. This is going to be straight.
Man, they've seen me.
You fell into the wall. You jumped into the. Yeah, yes, they know you're there.
In the firelight, curse splash. Struggling to climb into the boat.
Alright, that's... I
my-
clicked the...
Fucking rock. I don't want to hear about it.
I clicked the
My
chainmail, right?
defenses were 10, 4, and 2.
Another 2. Alexander,
this
did you
is-
make your defense check? It's
Not
just
yet,
a straight.
so just click the armor and then it's a straight roll then?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hey!
So you duck, and a rock hits a basket full of rotting fish behind you.
Oh.
It sort of explodes and knocks over as the rock hits it. And we are at the top. Dorian, it's your turn.
Is this the one I've been shooting at?
No.
Fuck.
The one you have been shooting at has taken cover behind this table over here.
All right, and
I'm
I know
coming,
that.
Dorian.
Okay, I'm gonna brimstone cascade this fucker. Point blank.
The guy right in front of you. All right.
Yeah.
So you make it's a minus or a +2 because you make an attack against him.
Yep.
Oh,
I succeed for
Yeah.
4 damage that cannot be blocked.
that cannot be blocked. Okay, yeah, you light this guy up. His jerkin is on fire. His eyebrows are singed. He screams in panic. Excellent. Okay. All right, Anastas, you finally rise.
Rises to their feet, shrugs off a few more axe hits, and the mask splits open with a spark. The black tar that connects it to his face lights on fire. A scream echoes out, and I launch myself over these guys, taking my attacks of opportunity,
Okay.
and moving over to I am enraged.
Yeah.
And moving over to this guy.
Yeah. So make your 3 defense checks.
Any modifiers?
Yeah, minus. Nope, straight.
So -1 from my success. Tink. Tink.
It rolled the protect.
Yeah, but he gets additional
Oh,
protections.
Yep. So 7.
Yeah, no damage goes through.
And actually, as that last axe hit comes through, one of the daggers on my elbow juts out, and I stab him in the face for 1d4. And then he's gonna bleed for another 4 turns.
God.
Okay.
We're just killing these guys then, no question, eh?
Yeah, and then can you move me over to Dorian?
So, Is it that you're not on like token controls or something like that?
I can't seem to take. I have 2 of these active, and I can't seem to get off of any other one. So like I'm on. If you looked at my screen, both token control and select token is. Oh, boom! Now I can move. Bang.
Perfect.
I'm over here. Anastas looms over the infantryman with a skull full of flame and does an unarmed attack.
Got it.
Dorian just looks at the guy as he's trying to pat out the flames, smiles, and says, "You're gonna get it now."
+2.
Modifier. +2.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. Other damage mod. For 7.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, not over threshold, but this guy's severely wounded. Another attack is certainly going to bring him down. Okay. And is that Alexander?
Believe so then. Yeah, so we're gonna get up and come down upon that fool. That's kind of right in front of me, so I guess I'll just kind of... Can I set myself there?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Right.
And then,
That's
yeah,
fine.
coming down, just like daggers ready, coming down on him. Okay. Bing, bang, boom. Here we go. Any modifiers with these or no?
Yeah, +3. -3. -3.
-3? Okay.
Yeah, he's quick. No
He's a
armor,
little-
though.
He's a little scamp. No armor. Advantage, backstab looks good. There's 1. Advantage, no backstab. With 3. 2. Wait. What? Damn it. Oh, it was -3. I'm sorry. I screwed that one up. I'll just re-roll. Sorry.
Okay.
But I get advantage still. Okay, there we go. And then final one. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely going to bring this thing down, even without, even if that does not include backstab, which I don't think that it does. It's going to be enough. How would you like to do this?
No. So is he like where we are? It's hard for me to see. Am I like... I'm kind of like coming down now, like Assassin's Creed style on him, right?
Yeah, so you're kind of... You like had to crawl up onto a box, and he was crawling up onto the box as well, ready for you. And so he was like about to make an attack, and as he comes up, you just...
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 3. I'd say kind of as I'm coming up, he was there first. Stab into his foot. Then as he's reeling, the next 2, 1 to the gut and then 1 to the throat.
+1 dead. Excellent. Okay. And now they go. Okay, so this one is going to just jump up here, and he's actually going to make an athletics or a strength check. He's trying to push you back into the river.
Bastard. All right.
His strong is 15, so you're going to make a strong check at -5.
I'm counting. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. No, at -5. Guys, I'm going into the drink. I literally, I think, need a crit. I didn't crit.
So he comes up, just this like big country strong guy, and he just checks you right off the box down. I'm gonna give you a quick check to land on the boat without taking damage. Otherwise, you are going to take a little bit of damage and go into the water.
This is a normal check.
Yeah.
Alright, good.
Okay, so you land on the boat and by a miracle do not fall in and land on your feet. Okay. Oh, I found out how to ping. It's just long click. It's just click and hold.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Okay. So this one is bleeding. Does it take the bleed at the beginning or the end of its turns?
Let's say the end, because I don't know.
Okay. So this one is going to rush over here not be able to make an attack because there's no room, though. This one rushes over to Anastas. Yeah, and 2 more attacks at Anastas. And 1 more at Dorian. Nope. 3 at Anastas.
Okay.
You're clearly the bigger
-1.
threat here. I thought we got this one!
For 9.
Okay.
And who is that? The bleeding one? Or who's that?
Now it's... No, that was the infantryman.
Okay. He takes 3 damage and bleeds for 2 turns.
So he didn't deal any damage to you because you protected
that's right.
all
He
of
did
it.
not. Oh no, the we'll look at the rules, but we'll do that. We'll do it that
Okay.
way. Okay, and then success. Wow.
Okay, yeah. No worries there. Okay. At the end of the round. Give me a second. You hear a loud, low growl and the crunching of wooden planks by enormous footfalls. Above, a small ruined building to the south rises a black-gray shape covered in coarse fur, nearly the size of a house. Its fur is covered in blood, sores, and other signs of corruption. The enormous creature barks, snapping at the air, its snarls vibrating loose rocks and wood boards. The call is answered by several other barking Jakaar, their cries coming from every direction. They burst into the square from around every corner, running at full speed towards you, snarling and snapping at the air. Let me just pull in those enemies here. Okay, so the big one is here, and this is actually the wrong size token. It needs to be... Okay. And then we've got our smaller ones. And a bunch more are going for the group that is in front of the basilica for ease and speed of processing. We're not going to put all of those tokens out there because I don't think that they are going to matter. Okay, let's get some. All right, and we need to add them into turn. Okay, so the wolves do go right after Dorian.
Woof. I think we need to convince these guys that those are the threats.
Not what I'm looking for. Dorian, what are you gonna do?
Look, over there on top of the roof!
They certainly see it. The whole crowd is like screaming in panic. People are like hurling whatever they can at the big ones, but like little ones are coming out of nowhere, like grabbing one guy by a throat, ripping it out. There is bloodshed happening. They know that there's another enemy there.
Perhaps we continue this contest of fools after the beasts have been slain.
Let's work together! We'll bring that beast down!
Roll a persuasive check.
God, I don't know why I keep trying to do this.
Neither do I.
I mean, I kind of tried as well.
It's worth a shot. Any modifiers?
When I roll it, that was... Oh, it's his turn.
If you want to do it on your turn, you can, yes.
Yeah. All right, well, I don't.
I'll give it a shot. Nope.
No.
Yeah. The one looks at you. He's got like a burn across his face. He's been stabbed by Anastas's wheel. He just looks up at you, and through blood-filled teeth, he just shouts, "Fuck you!"
I said it in Andaran again.
Okay.
Mixed up words.
Now the wolf goes. Okay, so this thing jumps down and lopes towards this infantryman that's on the bridge, picks him up in its teeth, shakes, and throws the body in a bloody mess over. It hits this wall and collapses dead. This Jakaar rushes up on Dorian. Dorian, make a defense check.
Oh, shit.
That is going to be at -3.
I succeed.
Okay.
As it gets there, its jaw like snapping because Dorian isn't super quick, but he's cunning. He kind of sidesteps, sticks his cane up, and it just starts like biting around it.
Yeah, excellent.
And he's able to kind of push it off to the side.
Okay,
Did
that
damage?
farmhand in front of Anastas, the Jakaar rushes up and grabs the back of his like calf, biting deep into the flesh and pulling him backwards. And then this one is just going to rush up to here, but cannot attack because it has to move through 2 zones. Yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, and Anastas, it's your turn.
This guy here, did he take his bleed?
He did not take his bleed yet. Okay, so we got 4. He is about half.
Okay. I'm going to position myself towards the... Oh, this guy's gonna fucking kill Dorian. Alright, well, I move to flank the infantrymen. And I attack.
Excellent.
This is with advantage because I am +2. Or what is the modifier for him?
For which one? The infantryman?
Yeah.
Yeah, +2.
Modifier. 6. 10.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. How do you want to do this?
Anastas smashes him with the wheel into the side of the building. He like goes through the brick wall, just 2 legs laying out of it. Now, if you fools would like to continue combat, you are welcome to, but I would imagine we have these wolves to take care of.
Yeah, the bleeding one has like already is like trying to pull, like rushing over to pull the wolf off of his friend. He's fully on board. Okay, Alexander, your turn.
Yeah, I'm in a pickle now, aren't I? Giant wolf. There's 3 guys. Are they facing me at all at this point with the wolves there, or the Jakaar there?
So the one has turned around. The other one is like ready to like plunging attack you.
Do I think I'm gonna persuade him. Actually, you fool!
Alexander, regroup.
You fool! If you attack me, you'll be killed by the Jakaar behind you.
Roll a persuasive. This is +2 easy.
+2. Early, but I still do it.
You're not one of them. Please help us. And he reaches down to grab your arm.
I get up there with him then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have any move and attack left?
Yeah,
or anything?
because he assisted you. Yeah, you can move if you would like to.
All right.
Your action was to communicate, though. So
was to communicate. Okay. Ooh, do I have? Fuck. Hold on. I don't have anything to throw at it. Is there a rock I can throw at the wolf or something?
There are fish.
Oh yeah, move anyway. That's right. That would have been an action. No, I'm actually gonna just. I think I'll be here. I can see where Dorian and Anastas are from this angle, right?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, cool, perfect.
All right. And then the farmhands go. They so this one is trying to pull it off of his friend there. How does this go for them? That goes pretty well. Okay, so we get one attack in on the Jakaar, who's got a little bit of protection. So that's just 2. Ooh. Okay. 18. All right. Fuck. Okay, and then these 2 over here are attacking that one. Oh, and that goes really well. All right. So... Oh, this is weird. Okay. All right. And the infantrymen are all gone, so we are back to the top with Dorian.
I'm turning my attention to that wolf and firing the tube at it point blank.
You do have the one right behind you.
Yeah, that's what I'm. That
one.
That's what I'm referring to.
Got it. Okay.
This one right here.
Yep. Perfect.
I'm just turning around to shoot that thing.
Okay.
Modifier?
Quick is 13, so -3.
I hit it, but only for 2.
Yeah,
I
it does
grazed it.
not. You graze it. It does not go through its thick hide. Okay.
Shit.
Great.
Can I? If I move, is there like an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any sort of bonus for me flanking this thing?
There's no ally there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you counted because this guy's dead.
You're not close enough.
Okay, got it. Never mind then.
Okay, now the wolves go. Okay, where does this guy go? The wolf jumps over here. It grabs the farmhand that is already bleeding out, rips into him, and rips the body in half, deposits the body to the side. Does not look like it is doing this out of hunger, but Anastas, you have seen battle. This thing is fighting efficiently. It is just taking out opponents.
Understood.
Okay, and then the wild ones go. This one attacks. Okay, and so no progress there. This one attacks that one. And good. All right, and Anastas, it's your turn.
We have not gotten any tactical talk at all.
Oh,
can we?
Sorry.
Can we talk for
you
just
can
a
take
second?
You can take a tactical talk for sure.
Okay. Alexander,
Hello.
I think you should try and not slip and jump back over here.
Mm-hmm. Right on that
I
side.
think you should help Dorian. This is just my opinion. I'm not a monolith, but I think you should help kill this one. I'm gonna pop one of my healing items and try to get this one's attention, and then we're gonna go from there.
Well, here's the thing. It's probably, honestly, the way I was able to make that was I had the angle. It was 15 feet. Now it would be jumping up, so it might take me an extra turn or 2 to get up there. I am still tempted
Can you
to do
get
it.
around to here to the?
I think I can. So if I can kill the Jakaar that's there, I did manage to convince at least one of the dudes that I'm, not going to kill him right now. So I can then get towards the bridge and move that way. So I would flank around, I guess, for myself is probably the best option. I don't know, for you
So then,
guys.
Dorian, do you think I should help kill this one, or do you think you can do it?
But I can certainly try.
I'll run up and kill it. There's at least one more fodder in the way that hopefully they get caught up on. All right.
All right, I'm gonna try to shoot this thing again.
Well,
We're
it's-
at
Okay.
the. Oh,
no, it's Anastas.
I'm
I didn't
ready to
know if
rock.
it was top of the round.
Yeah, no. I just asked for that because we haven't talked at all.
Gotcha.
I'm going to swing around here and make an attack on this Jakaar.
Okay. You're in the same zone, so if you want to be flanking, that's fine.
Okay. Modifier?
Yeah. +2. Nope, +5.
Oh, they're easy to hit.
No, sorry. -5. They're very quick. They're very quick. They're hard to hit. Okay. So
I'm going to use that space to use my hammer rhythm. And
Okay.
I am going to do, I think it's a strong v strong check.
Okay.
Let me just pull up.
So it'll be -5 on
v
your strong.
strong. Yep. -5 on the strong.
Yeah.
Wow, same roll. Okay, never mind. Nothing happened.
Okay. Alexander.
Oh, wow, shit. Okay. Now, because I have my action, let me get over to the Jakaar and let's go stabbing.
Yeah.
Alright. So.
This is all. The farmhand is going to go pretty quick here right after you, so he does get out of your way.
Okay, cool. So, any modifiers?
-3.
-3. And then advantage, backstab.
That one's
Right.
-3, but the other one was -5.
I apologize, Talon. I was looking at the bite. Is his attack is at -. Whoa! Wait a minute. I must have two different sheets up because one of them is 5 and one of them is 3. Okay, so we're gonna say it is 3 going forward.
Okay.
Am I good to keep rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sadness, but I get my third one still.
Yep.
Oof, shame. Only one hit.
Okay, but you can backstab with it. So do you deal additional damage?
Yeah.
Oh, you already did. The backstab's already included. Got it.
On the first, yep, on
So
there,
it's
on the one
5 damage total. Okay. So yeah, deep cut into its hide is thick. It's tough to get through. But you do manage a good hit into its side. It yelps as you do so, but it is still up.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Because I'm now having to manage 2 different sheets, things are gonna get a little squiffy. Okay, so it took 5. Got it. Oh, that one had already taken an attack, it must have. So 6. Okay. All right, and next we have the farmhands go, and the 2 next to you are going to move into a flanking position to give themselves advantage here. Unfortunately, neither of them hit. This one is actually just going to disengage, make some distance. It's going to take an attack of opportunity from the dog, but it succeeds. It sees this thing, and it runs as fast as it can past you and in the direction of this alleyway over here. And that brings us to the top. Okay, take your tactical talk.
Oh, Dorian, I don't know what to do. We got 2 wolves. We got the big wolf.
I have 1 essence.
I'm saving mine. I think I step forward. Oh, I kind of really would like to heal, but I think we gotta try to drop this wolf. So what I think you should do, I think you should shoot the big wolf, and maybe I can kill the little one. But they're tough to hit.
I think what I'll do is hold my turn until after your turn.
Okay.
You try to kill the small wolf, and then if you kill it, awesome. And I'll shoot at the big one, and if not, then I've got a chance to try and take it down.
Alexander, I think you might have to let those farmhands try to kill that wolf and help us with the big guy.
Sounds good.
Okay, Dorian, it's your turn.
Okay, I hold my turn until after Anastas goes.
Okay. The big one goes. Seeing Anastas, it leaps down here and bites at you with huge jaws. Make a defense check, no modifiers.
Well. Oof. Boom! I grab its fucking jaws and throw its head to the side.
Yeah. And you throw its head and it's like its jaws bite down and you're like, that could snap one of your bones in half instantly. But you managed to avoid it this turn. Awesome. Then the Jakaar behind Dorian is going to make an attack there. This one is going to jump up on top of this corpse and make an attack on Dorian there. So Dorian 2. Oh, this one's dead? Nope. Oh, it's just the... okay, I'm going to get rid of this infantryman token. So Dorian, 2 attacks, and those are going to be at minus 3.
Oh, God.
And Alexander, you do not get attacked by the Jakaar, but this farmhand totally does and gets lit up. Okay.
I fail both, but protect 3 and 4.
Okay, so you take no damage.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh, sorry, on the 3 you take 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, these 2 sheet things is screwing me up. All right, who is next? Anastas?
Anastas. I think I gotta hit the big guy, Peach.
We're just ditching the original plan? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, go for it.
I forgot that the wolves went before you.
After.
Yeah. Or yeah, after you. Yeah. Cracking the big guy.
Yeah. So defense is minus 3.
Even the big. Okay. This is okay. We're gonna survive this. Fuck! Strong. Minus 3 again, or what?
What was that?
Strong v strong.
Strong v strong. Why is the... This is fucking weird. I would not have put the stat block together like this. We're gonna do the big one as 5, so it's minus 5.
Please, dice gods. Fuck! Nothing happens.
Okay. It's a big thing.
Yeah. I'm taking that extra -1 to everything too.
Yeah. Okay, Alexander.
I'd like to...
Dorian's turn after Anastas.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and shoot this one.
Okay.
Can I flank it first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to flank it and then shoot it. Does that give +1 to hit? Is that how
Advantage.
flanking works?
There's an advantage box that you can click.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then it's -3 modifier?
Yes.
That's a hit for 7.
Okay. On the wolf right in front of you?
Yes.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
one right here.
Just a second. I'm just having to update this. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so the one right in front of you takes 7, you said? Protects 5. Awesome. And now, Alexander.
Okay, I would like to try and disengage from the Jakaar there and start heading towards the big one, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Awesome.
little guys protect 5?
How far can I get?
The little guys protect 2.
Oh. I thought you said protect 5.
it
Protects
was a
2
mistake.
and then takes 5.
Okay.
Sorry, Patrick, how far can I get? Can I get right up to the wolf
So
or not quite?
to which one?
To the big wolf.
You could, if you spend your whole turn, get through this the bridge zone and into the next zone, but not take an attack.
Can I get to kind of around here where the bridge, the walls are still up, and kind of use that to my advantage?
You would not be able to attack it from there.
That's fine. If I can just
That's
get
fine.
there. Because,
Yeah.
then I'm still, I've got a little bit of a buffer between it and me for
Yes.
the next
yeah,
turn.
certainly.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
Okay.
I'm
and
coming, guys, I'm coming.
next we have the farmhands, and they are attempting to take out. So this one departs, and these two over here make attacks on that wolf. Oh, and unfortunately, things are not going well against the wolf over there. Okay, back to the top. You guys have your tactical discussion.
Kill this one. I'm gonna get hit. Hope it doesn't fucking kill me.
I gotta try and bring this one down.
You do.
I can't keep taking hits like that.
I think we got it.
Okay, Dorian.
Yeah, I fucking shoot this thing, keeping it flanked.
Yeah.
Boom! 12 damage.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Die.
Yeah. So it takes 12.
Yeah.
How
Well,
would you like to do this?
so after this thing has been biting me, I get one shot off, and then after it kind of yips and tries to leap at me again, I just throw the gun up, slam a bullet into the back of this tube, and my hand ignites, blowing it out the back of its skull as its jaw is like trying to snap towards me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, awesome. Then the wolves are going to go. Okay, so this one here, both of the big one and the smaller one are attacking Anastas now, and the one over there is attacking his friends, and this one takes 4 damage. Okay, Anastas, make your checks, and this is the big one is going to be at -3.
Okay.
Hang on. Just
Oof. But I protect a lot.
how much do you protect for?
15.
Okay. What is the extra damage from advantage? Is it D4?
I thought it was 2.
It's 2? It's just flat 2?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you do block everything just.
Holy shit. So this thing, like, clamps down around me. I
Yeah.
feel one of its, like, teeth break on my chest plate.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, shocked as I, like, just explode out. Do not get struck by the large one.
What about your second one from the smaller one?
That was a max roll. So that's the height of my protection while enraged.
Just for future reference, advantage actually adds D4. I just clicked on the damage of my weapon.
But for an enemy, it would then just be 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
Talon was correct as well.
Okay. The little one. Same. What's the?
Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong one again. Okay, so this one is at -5, or yeah, -5.
Oh. Damn, another max.
Okay, so it grabs onto you, but deals no damage.
I imagine I'm like still in the maw of the large one fighting out. The other one jumps off. I like bitch slap him away.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Okay.
At least I'm defending. At least the build is working as a tank. I'm not killing anything.
Anastas, it's your turn.
All right. -5 at the big one, or
Yep.
minus.
-3 at the big one.
-4. I can't. Is homeboy in a position for me to flank, or is behind the wall not?
Because he said behind the wall.
Yeah, that's fine. Boom.
Okay.
11.
So you hit the side of its head big. There's like a huge like divot in its head. It's bleeding. You can see that like it's mildly concussed, but it turns towards you. That was not enough to beat its threshold. Okay, so all right. Next, Alexander.
Get in there.
Okay, cool. All right, getting in there. Let's go. Let's see. Get up. Can I get up? Is this okay? Who this again?
That is a dead farmhand.
Dead. Okay, good. Then we're gonna just kind of get up on in there. I don't shouldn't be on top of him.
Step directly on top of his corpse and
we're gonna get stabbing. It's Morbin time. And what is this thing's modifier again?
The corpse, not the boss. Just
-3.
he starts stabbing the corpse.
Yeah, right. All right, here we go. Oof. Okay. We're gonna try this again.
He stabs the corpse.
we're gonna do a little real time here. Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
no.
All right, guys. Don't worry.
Oh,
That'll take care of
no.
it. That'll take care of it. Oh my god.
roll to confirm your crit.
How do I do that again?
Just roll another attack.
Don't fail again.
Oh my god. Do I get all of my? Okay. Do I put backstab even on this? This is not gonna matter, right?
It's the same thing that yeah.
Dude, if this was
Just
D&D,
rolling.
we'd be killing it tonight.
Okay.
So you do not crit fail, but you fail 3 times. You get up to this thing, and it is like it whips around to you, and it's like just every single swing, it like jumps back, or like it scratches out at you, and you have to jump back, and you are just unable to make anything connect.
Fuck. Well, at least
Okay.
Stone isn't here to be crit failing all over the place either. Good god.
Farmhands go and they make a little bit of progress against the Jakaar. Not a lot. And we are back to the top. Do you guys need a minute?
I'm gonna back up. Should I focus the boss with you guys, or should I try and take down that other wolf?
I can't answer. I'm probably going to use an essence on the big wolf. I'll tell you that.
Okay,
I'm just gonna keep trying to stab it. So do what you got to do.
I'm gonna back up and fire at the smaller wolf then.
Cool.
Okay, I'm good.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So again, they're at -3.
Okay, and can I still count the advantage for flanking it with Anastas here?
Yep.
Okay. -3. Kaboom. 5
Good.
more.
Okay.
So 3, I guess. It's something.
Yep.
And I move back.
Okay. Awesome. So you fire at this one, and it looks wounded, but it snarls even more fiercely than it had, backed into a corner. It is ready to lash out. Okay, now the wolves go. Anastas, you're taking 2 more attacks.
First one was minus.
One is -5, one is -3.
Oh, turtle up, Anastas!
The -6 or -5 is from the big one or the little one?
The small one. Yeah, the big one is easier to dodge, but it hits way harder.
Yeah. All right, RNGesus. Critical success
Hell
again.
yeah.
You want to
It
confirm
tries
that?
to
You want to
bite
confirm
down
that
on
one?
me. What's that?
You want to confirm that one?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, critical defense is a thing.
Yeah.
No.
And now the big one.
Oh, that was the big one.
That was because you've got -4. I thought that for sure would have been Oh yeah, -3 and then -1. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yep.
So the small one?
So now the small one.
Small one is harder to dodge, and it does get through for. I dodged 7.
So it does not deal any damage, but it does grab onto you. Okay. Oh, and then this last wolf, come on. We can get him. Oh, yeah.
We can get him.
And he rips the arm off of this human, and like drops it. This human screams, rushes towards the river, and dives in, falling unconscious when it hits the bottom. There's only one human left over there, and he seems ready to run. Dorian. Oh. Anastas, yes.
Anastas is going to use an essence on this attack.
Yes, of course.
What does that do?
You're going to automatically hit.
Okay.
Automatically deal max damage.
All right, that's going to be 14.
Okay. So it is not dead. Describe what this looks like.
Anastas throws his wheel into the air, and for a second, the light from the air makes it look like it's daytime. It's like it's a sun, and then it comes back down. I catch it midair and smash it on top of the head as it becomes dark once again.
As this happens, the form of the wolf collapses in on itself, leaving a small figure wearing a wolf skin cloak, an Indara with like that olive green skin, and it falls into the river here, disappearing beneath the waves.
I see.
At that, this Jakaar runs off, fleeing into the city streets to where you cannot tell. And as you look at the battlefield, all of the Jakaar seem to be running away. The farmhands and the huddled masses of the people that had been here are almost all dead, and those who are not are fleeing. And that is where we are going to end today's session.
All right.
Fuck! I'm sure nothing bad will happen from this.
Should have been talking in Dara to the wolf to try and calm it down.
No, but
Persuade
that
the
makes
wolf.
sense why they thought we were skinwalkers.
Mm-hmm. That explains it.
So they must have had run-ins with like other beings wearing.
Well, Anastas, you were the first one to approach.
Yeah.
You know that the Najit had been fighting the humans because you saw the Najit had a sword in the one that became an abomination.
Oh. So they came out and started like culling the masses.
There's a little bit that's going on, but yeah, that's part of it for sure. All right. Well, good session, everyone. And it's going to be, I think, 2 weeks before we can meet again, because next weekend Eric is going to be here. Following weekend, I'm going to be at Adepticon. So then we would be looking at the 31st,
Which is
is
maybe
Easter
from
Sunday.
Me.
Yeah,
But also maybe just because my other group should also be playing that day.
sure.
I will just need to find out. We have played in the afternoons lately, so
okay.
So let me just work on it the next little week. I'll get you a good, more concrete answer. But as
All
we
right.
did say, if we do eventually need to do a Alexander solo session too instead, maybe that can also be possible.
That would be fine. All right. Sounds
Wait,
good. Well,
before you
everyone
do-
online, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.